Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, what we are going to do is we are solving another problem. So it's actually max counters problem. So calculate the value of counters after applying all alternating operation. Increase by one set values of all counters to current max. Increase counter by one set values of all counters to current maximum if this condition. So the first thing you need to understand the problem. So you are supplying a list of, I mean, an array of integers, and that array probably that array will be like this: 3, 4, 4, 6, 1, 1. Initially, the whole counters will be zero, so that's the minimum value 0, 0, 0, 1. And after each iteration, what I am going to do is, if my index is 3, I'm going here and I increase that index. So, and the next one I am going to increase the index here also. And in all this condition, I am increasing the index. But if it is outside my boundary, that's saying like int is equal to n. In that case, it's not only, I mean, outside boundary means n plus 1. So it's only satisfied for n plus 1. More than that will not take anything. Okay, so if I am putting n plus 1, in this case a3, what I am going to do is I'm setting into the maximum value in any of the counters. So I should have an array, a result array. So in this case, I have already coded the solution. So we can go through that solution. Uh, I guess that's the only thing we need to know in this case. So here I have the result array and I set the minimum and max. So minimum, maximum, we know. If I'm getting n plus 1, I need to reset. So that condition is already we wrote here. So these things are okay. For each iteration, if I have the n plus 1 value, I am setting into the maximum value, and the next iteration, I'm just checking whether it's falling inside the n, and I am checking result array positions minus 1 is less than minimum. Then what I am going to do is I am setting into the minimum value. So the minimum, it will increase on the last side of each iteration if n plus 1. So if in this case, if I am coming on a3 is equal to 6, I am setting a3 is equal to 6. I'm setting for the next iteration. This was the minimum I need. The 2 is the minimum that I need. On the next iteration, I'm just checking whether I have this uh, minimum in my positions, like whether it's less than. Then I am just setting us to the minimum value. So that's the initial things I am doing for each iteration. So anywhere, whether there is a minimum, less than minimum, then I need to set that one. Then what I am going to do on this condition, I need to increase that value. So that's also fine. I increase that value. That also did. Then I'm just checking whether array position is greater than maximum value. So this is a tricky thing. So greater than positions, greater than maximum value. So greater than maximum value. So I mean, I increase this one, and the maximum value um, is somewhere, some other positions like 3 or somewhere 4 or 5, and in that case I just set it as a maximum value. And after this loop is executed and the next time is coming, we are taking that maximum value into the minimum. So that's a way. So we're just checking whether the maximum value is correct. So these are the only two things we need to care about, and also this one. So you need to understand whether it's falling in between 1 and n, and or else n plus 1. N plus 1, I'm just making the minimum value into the maximum. And if it is falling between 1 and n, what I am going to do, whether initially I need to check whether it's less than my minimum value. If it is less than minimum value, I need to less than minimum value. I need to put it as the minimum value before I am doing any operation. Before I am increasing the value. And after all these things done, there is a scenario like some values are not set. So in that case, what I need to do is I need to go again with the for loop. And what I am going to do is I am just checking whether it's less than minimum value. Then in that case, I am setting the minimum value. Otherwise, you need to take it as two for loops or something. In this case, that was a brute force approach. But in this case, since it is only two separate for loop, it's going to be a 2n time complexity, so order of n orders. So it's yeah, it's okay. So that's the only thing we need to understand here. These two conditions. So whenever you already given that condition in your um, question, so it's fine. And swapping these things is the only thing we need to understand. So if positions n plus 1, I am not directly setting that. I'm just keeping for the next iteration. I'm keeping the minimum value for the next iteration. And I am setting that in the next iteration initially, if I am getting one position there, in next iteration, uh, I'm setting that one, then I am increasing. And what I'm going to do in that case, I am increasing the value, the minimum value after that one. I'm just increasing, and I'm not doing anything on the minimum value. I will do the minimum value only if n plus 1 is satisfied. And the maximum value, I just compare and set it. So that's all for today. So we can make sure this code is running successfully. So let me call this method with the same. Okay, so here what I am getting here. So arrays. Okay, I need to print the array. So basically, what I am going to do right now, I need to take 3 4 4 6 3 4 4 6 1 4 4, and it should be 5, I guess. 3 new int. Oh, I don't need new int here. So 3 4 4 6. Oh, is 5. Is that 5? Yeah. 3 4 4 6 1 4 4. So 5 1 4 4. Yes, we are done here. Let's see. So what I saying, like, add new int. Yeah. Oh, arrays to string. Array to string. This is one. Let me check whether it's gonna work here. Oh, it's also not going to work. Uh, print. print integer array in Java. Arrays to string. That's one. I know that. I actually forgot. So arrays to string can remove these two string. I don't need two string. Just putting this, import this one. Sometimes what exactly happening here? Move count to test root. Oh, I missed this. Okay, so by running this, seems like I have some problems. The silly problems. Okay, 32242. Is that okay with our 32242? So it's fine. So we found the solution and it's working fine. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.